What have you got?
I've got a thing. Got a thing.
Thing.
It's I apologise if I get this wrong, but I thought it was an ASMAX or ASMAX Smart Air Pump T10. Look at that. We haven't done the packaging because, like Toby said, it doesn't smell, so that's fine.
But it was really well packaged.
It was amazingly well packaged, so great. Anyway, buy a motorcycle, car, tyre, push bike, pump.
With a power bank in it.
We're going to get to that, aren't we? I'll just put that there. That's it. Look at that.
Let's come in a little bit closer. It's quite a nice size, actually.
It is. We've got a comparison, I think, somewhere.
Yeah.
We've
got a comparison.
Okay, so this is
we've had the Michelin tyre pump, haven't we, that we take around with us?
Yep.
Which is really, really good. But it's actually bigger.
Well, there's always a
thinner.
compromise. There's always a compromise. So the Michelin is taller but thinner.
Yeah.
This one is shorter but fatter.
It hasn't got the
Dimensions. Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh, it has. 168 by 68.5 by 46 millimetres.
Right, okay. Few differences. The Michelin one has the air pump fitted, the actual doobry fitted to it like that all the time.
I quite like that because when you turn it, it turns it on. When it's in its closed position, it's off.
And all the little gadgets are fitted with it like that. So we've done reviews on that. Really nice bit of kit. The T10 comes with a connector, which is here, which basically has a bayonet connection on the end there.
Yeah, and it goes.
So it's removable. So it just fits into that, the top. So it's removable, locked in.
Yeah.
And this is very flexible. Obviously, we'll just take the elastic band off.
Yeah.
Okay, so very flexible. Like a lot of them have the right angle one. If you see the Michelin one, you'll see that has a right angled connector on it.
Yeah.
And the lever to put it down. So that's just a push on and pull down. This one you actually have to screw it onto the valve. You know, horses for courses, isn't it? That's more flexible, I think, and easy, just as easy, I reckon.
Certainly help with spoked wheels and stuff.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
Flexy one.
And in the top here, oh God, I knew I shouldn't have done that. There we go. In the top, you've got a USB-C connector to charge it, and you've got a
normal USB.
Normal USB. USB
output.
Output. Okay, so this can be used as a power bank. How long it'll last, I have no idea. But obviously the weight in it, the weight difference between the two is quite substantial. So,
well, it's got a 27.75 WH. What hours is that? Battery power in there. So it's got a kind of good battery in there.
Okay.
I would have thought.
Cool. So yeah, and it has a light.
Yeah.
So to switch it on is really easy. Whether we'll see it in this light or not, hopefully we will. So you get 4 lines and it's on. Okay. This button here is your mode switch. So it's currently on motorcycles. Then you've got bicycle. Pumps for footballs, that kind of stuff, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You can pump people up.
You can pump people up. Cars.
And motorbikes.
Motorbikes. And the presets, once you've set it, like on some of them, you have to keep resetting them and changing them every time you do it. This is preset all the time, so that's easy.
And it's really easy to select it, isn't it? So you've got bar on it, haven't you? And 2.5, so you just press the up and the down to get the bar that you want.
Yeah, really simple.
Yeah.
2.5, and it has a light on it as well, which has a flashing, very, very flashing.
Is that an SOS?
No. I don't know. ... ..
Yeah.
Going back to my other life then. Okay, so really nice little bit of kit actually. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try and pump a tyre up and see how that works.
Because Mark's front tyre, it happens to be nearly flat, which is brilliant.
Oh, I'm not sure I want to go that far.
So what we'll do is we'll come back in a couple of minutes when it's even flatter, and then we'll put it on and just see how long it takes to pump your tyre up.
Cool. Now we're going to try and attach it. So Because my bike tyres have the right angle valves, this is really easy. For valves that are just coming straight out of the tyre, not right angle valves, I suppose they call them, then that would be really easy as well within the spokes just to screw it down. But we'll see how successful it is. The tyre's not completely flat, but it should...
Yeah, because you didn't want the seal to break, did you?
Because I'm a coward. So I was expecting, you know, you just screw in here, you always get a rush of gas come out. But...
You had a bit.
So currently, it's reading at 0.7 of a bar, and I pump it up to 2.6. So let's see how it works, shall we?
Yeah. Oh, I tell you what,
Let's time it.
Okay.
So we'll go on the 30 seconds if you can see that. Can you see it?
Yeah. It's not very noisy.
All vibrate, all vibey.
Is it not?
No.
It's quieter than the Michelin. And you can see at the top it's going up. You've got 0.9 there. So you did let quite a lot out.
More than I thought I was going to.
Yeah.
So 30 seconds and it's pumped it up 0.3 of a bar.
Quite impressed with the fact that it's quite quiet. Can you imagine doing this on a tour early in the morning or late at night?
Well, there are louder ones, I suppose. But
yeah.
So we're at within a minute. We're at 0.4 of a bar. Sorry, we've gone up 1.5 bars at the moment, so we've gone up, what's that? 0.7 of a bar.
Yeah. But it's not making a straining noise or anything, is it? It's
no.
And it's going up quite steadily, isn't it? It'd be interesting to see how quickly it stops at the 2.6.
So in 1 minute 45 it's pumped it up 1.3 bars. So we're coming up to 2 minutes now.
Yeah.
Two minutes 15.
It's nearly there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
2 minutes
on.
30.
That's really good, isn't it?
That's pretty good actually. So in 2 minutes 30 it's pumped it up. Well, it was at 0.7 of a bar.
Yeah, to 2.6.
Yeah. That's pretty good. So nearly 2 bar.
Yeah. That is really good, because normally it's 2.5 on the front and 2.9 on the rear, isn't it?
Now this is always the test, isn't it? When you unscrew it and it all squirts out again.
So you get a bit, but not an awful lot of loss.
It hardly moved. So what we'll do is we'll screw it back in again and just use it as a tyre pressure gauge.
Oh, that's good.
So you don't
It's saying it hasn't lost anything.
No, you can just hear a little faint hiss, but not as much as quite often you do here.
Wow.
There you go.
Really like that bit, Kit.
Happy with that, the T10. Like it a lot.
Yeah. Well, we've got an affiliate link, so to be open with everybody, they sent it to us and asked us to have a look at it because they know that we tour and that they know that we like these gadgets and stuff. Really good gadget, but we've got an affiliate link that doesn't cost you anything extra, but we get a little bit of something back if you buy it through our link, and it's an Amazon thing. So, you know, when you buy it from Amazon, it comes the next day.
So the ASMAX
TS10. Yeah.
T10.
No, T10, sorry.
T10, really nice. And haven't these revolutionised the way people look after their tyres now?
Yeah.
you know, you still have to go to the garage and get them, you know, a calibrated test if you want. But these are invaluable now on tours. They've got me out of the crap so many times, because when you've repaired a tire and you've got those little gas bottles in there, they don't do anything. They'll get you perhaps to the next garage, but this, at least you'll be able to pump it up.
Well, and also for those people that go touring, we did a video a while ago about what to take on tour, updated for 2025, and we always take something like this. We've got the Michelin ones, but now I'm going to replace it with mine from ASMAX. But they're also got the ability to have that battery power in there. So if you are camping, just imagine if you're somebody that goes around, does a tour camping, and you're worried about charging your stuff. In actual fact, that's got a load of charge in it, isn't it?
I mean, that's small enough to go in a pocket with a lead if you've got a USB charger on your bike to charge it while you're riding during the day.
Especially on one of these things, these GSAs, lots of people have like the bags that sit on the back here, and to be able to put that actually in there and have it there all the time.
I like it. So even though it was there for 2.5 minutes, there was no loss of power in the battery. The battery is still fully charged, which you would hope, if it's a power bank as well. That comes off, it goes in the little handy bag you've been given. Nice, easy storage.
And not very loud at all, and it felt like it held itself together. Some of the other ones that we've had a look at, when it's making the noise, feels like it's rattling.
Really violent, aren't they? But you need to think of the, you know, the pumps, they when they first started getting pumps like this, you know, that run off your battery and things like that, they were quite big, weren't they?
Yeah.
Technology is an amazing thing, isn't it? And they'll get smaller and smaller, you know. So
what a great bit of kit.
Cracking.
That'll be going in our touring pack.
Absolutely. So thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next tour. Next video. Forgot about the tour because we've got RiderCamTV Tours. Have a look on our website, which is
RiderCamTVTours.com.
There you go. And we'd love you to come along with us. It'd be a great laugh. So we'll see you soon.